Sometimes it bothers me when the Pope is sitting on a large throne of gold. He's sitting on something that costs $25 million. 25 million. And just, he's always saying to give to the poor, to give the ones who need it. While he is sitting on a throne of just gold. Just pure, massive gold. And he's saying that we should do something about the poor. How hypocritical of him to say something like this. And yet I understand where it's coming from. In the beginning of my path, I said there is nothing less than gold that the dragon deserves. They are the gods, they are the spirits, they are the ones who deserves all of the gold. I knew nothing more than that the dragon is sitting on their gold and guarding in it. I didn't think any further from this story, but this story goes a lot further. In the beginning, I don't have a lot of money, but in the beginning, when I got my necklace from that witch that taught me that there was a dragon by my side, ever since then I wanted to have this necklace in itself. I wanted this to be pure gold. I'm not rich, I don't have a lot of money, but I gave everything I had to buy a golden necklace so that it would fit with the rest, with the dragon, because nothing less than a dragon deserves than gold, sitting on their gold. I was listening to all the cliches, for example, that the dragon eats meat and things like this, and that the dragon deserves gold. But there's much more to it, and I had to rely myself on the stories of the dragon gods. First of all, the story of Fafnir, the dragon, the fire dragon, the dragon god of fire. His story, it's from his story that we are thinking that they are sitting on a massive hoard of gold that they are stealing from others. Well, no, the story is not about this. The story that Fafnir is telling us, Fafnir, the god, actually, when he was sitting on the throne, he was not a god at that moment. He was not at all a god. He was just born like us. But he saw this gold and he was immediately cursed because of this gold was actually from another god that was cursing his mind. And he was obliged, he was forced not out of his own free will, and that is the worst thing you can do to a dragon, is to take away their free will, their freedom. And that is what this gold was doing, this cursed gold. That was actually saying to him that he had to guard this gold until forever, because that was cursed, because humans use gold as a way to pay others. And of course, because this dragon was guarding a hoard of gold, of course humans would come after it to steal this gold again, to have this gold, because once they have this gold they are rich far beyond their wildest dreams. So the only thing they had to do is to kill the dragon, to kill Fafnir. And that is not what Fafnir wanted. Fafnir wanted to get away from there. But the only thing that could help Fafnir was death. And that was horrible, actually, that the gold actually took care of the dragon's death. The second story, that gold is actually not that good. The second story is from Quetzalcoatl, and that is very simple. That story is very simple because, like I said, just the same as I did, I said there is nothing less than a dragon deserves than gold. That is the same thing that they said in the Aztecs. So in the temple of Quetzalcoatl, they gathered around a lot of gold to honor the dragon Quetzalcoatl, the one of the air, the lord of the air. And once the Spaniards came with their large cross, they saw this gold and they wanted for their own. But the Aztecs said, no, it's an offering for our gods. But that is not what the Spaniards had planned to. They killed every single one of them, every single of Quetzalcoatl's worshippers, and stole the gold once again. because gold makes humans go insane. That is what they just want. They see this gold. They don't care about the gods. They don't care about living beings. They just care about gold, about this physical thing, you know, about yeah, and that they just don't care about life anymore. It makes them insane, and that is what makes them kill as well. And that is why I came to understand that is a story of what my dragon actually was saying. The dragon was saying, actually, that is not what we think. That is what we take value in. We don't take value in gold. No, the story of the dragon's gold is not that we take it as something that they need. Gold is a curse. Gold is bad. Gold is something that you stay away from. And I learned this story once. I had this golden necklace, and it was continued to break, but it was breaking all the time. How can gold break? I mean, it was solid. It was so pure gold, and it was always breaking apart to a point that I always had to use a tape to get it together. But it will always fail and always fall all the time. After a while, I just gave up, and I didn't use the gold anymore. I gave it to my dad, and he let it melt so I could have a bit of my money back from it. But I just said there is nothing less than a dragon deserves than gold. But the dragon thinks otherwise. The true gold of a dragon is their children. The true gold, the true value of a dragon is their home, wherever they are, in safety. Where they can be themselves. That is what they take value in, not in this, in objects or things like this. There were a lot of movies, like for example in Lord of the Rings, or The Hobbit. They said that that Smaug was actually cursed by the gold, but because he was greedy. How can a dragon be greedy from gold? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. How does a dragon use gold? It just doesn't make sense. In the original story of Fafnir, he was cursed by it, so that he has to be a guardian for it. And then the story arose that the dragon is guarding the gold, but it's actually not the gold that he cared for. He cared for his life, but it was taken away. And the story said that it was from Odin, but it was from another god, so I said. But because he was touched by another god unwillingly, it made him a god. It made Fafnir a god of fire. He was one with fire, and so his soul became immortal, and his soul became a godlike. Fafnir became a god that was born just like us. So yeah, so for now, actually, I just use a simple wire. It was green first, but in the shower it turned white. It's actually worth nothing, and that is actually what it is. It's worth nothing, but if you take care for it, if you use it, it's not even a real necklace. It's just a wire that I put in together. But in fact, it's better. It's better actually to wear this than this gold, because this gold was always falling, all the time. And this stays with me all the time, around my neck, always. It goes nowhere. Because this is true. This is worth nothing, but in fact, together with my dragon, with the dragon in this, you have to see the most value in this and not in this. And sometimes there were times that I saw more value in this than in this. So now I see what my dragon was meaning. With gold is nothing. Gold is worth nothing in the end. You cannot love gold. You cannot. It's only becoming a curse. A dragon's gold, a true dragon's treasure that they are guarding is their children, their offspring, their forest, their home. That is what a dragon wants. And the dragon's gold is sometimes us. Sometimes it is inside of us. What is lying inside of us, the energy that lives with us is sometimes the gold that the dragon wants. It wants it to touch you, to be there for you. In the end, gold was the downfall of the dragons, because they saw much more value in gold than in life, and I hate that. I was learned in the dragon's path that there is nothing more valuable than life, to everything, to humans, to animals, for everything. Life is the most precious thing, and that is what sometimes humans just forgot. And that is what I hate about this Catholic religion. In this Catholic religion, they hold a golden cross, they sit on a golden chair, and they have a legion of butlers just waiting for their servants. I mean, that is so fake. That is so fake. If you truly love your God, and if you truly have a connection, then gold shouldn't speak, then wealth shouldn't speak, then it's your God that should speak. That is why I don't take Catholicism for a serious religion, and it's unfortunate that a lot of people follow them because it's fake. Catholicism is fake. It's not a true religion. It's not a true spirituality. All of the leaders are just hypocrites. That is what I came to understand in the dragon's path, and what from gold. Gold was just falling all the time. Gold was worth nothing. The dragon wanted nothing to do with the gold that I bought for him, because it's not gold. A simple thing that is worth nothing. That is what the dragon wanted, just nearby. Not gold. Not something that was actually the downfall of Fafnir or Quetzalcoatl. Dragon gods don't want gold. They don't want it. They just want us. They would just want you to be by their side. That is what actually, in the end, the dragon's path is. That we are on their side, and that we don't take any value in something materialism. In materialism, there is nothing. It's only about us, about life, about you learning from the dragon's path that you are taking on. That is what it's actually all about.